Just because a few fragile men like to refer to themselves as alpha males doesn't mean we're going to stop using alpha and beta in animal behavior research. Let's talk about it. So the first use of the terms alpha and beta in animal behavior research comes from the 1920s, and not studies of males, but studies of females. It was studies of hens, female chickens, and the pecking order that they established when waiting for food, with alpha females literally pecking at the others to keep them in line to form this dominance hierarchy. And so researchers started referring to the most dominant females as the alphas, and then the betas, etc., based on this pecking order that was established in the barnyard. So while the terms alpha and beta had been used since the 20s on studies of animal behavior, the term alpha male didn't become popularized until the 1970s in what is now totally debunked wolf research. So David Mech was a wolf biologist in the 70s who coined the term alpha male, and that's how it blew up in popularity. He published a book on wolves, everybody loved it, and everybody ran with this idea of the alpha male wolf. The problem, and what Mech himself recognized was a huge mistake in his analysis, was that he studied a captive wolf population for that chapter where he defined social dynamics of wolves. The problem with captive versus wild wolf packs, if you will, is that a captive pack is not made up of related individuals. These are just individual wolves that have been dropped into this pen for various reasons to create the zoo's wolf pack. So of course they have no vested interest in cooperating when it's feeding time. Instead, they're going to fight over food, right? They are going to form a dominance hierarchy with what appears to be an alpha and a beta, etc. The problem is that is not at all what happens in wild natural wolf packs, the vast majority of which are nothing but family units made up of a mom and a dad, a breeding pair, with offspring of multiple ages, with the older offspring helping raise the younger offspring. It's a family. We wouldn't refer to our parents as the alpha and the beta unless you're really weird, and so there's literally no reason to refer to wolves as alphas and betas because that's just not the way it works in family units. So while the term alpha male has gained a rather ugly resurgence in popularity, let's keep in mind that the term was first based on the pecking order in hens studied back in the 1920s. It is further popularized by some fully debunked wolf research. And then third, and this is just a side note, by my estimation, when I look at species like spotted hyenas or naked mole rats where you have an alpha female that's dominant over all other individuals, including all of the males, she tends to be a hell of a lot more alpha than any alpha male I've ever seen in any male-dominated species. These queens are absolute badasses.